Hey y'all, it's me Rodney at Rustic Relics, and
it's me Missy.
First off, I'm going to say hey to everybody. Hey Tracy, hey Karen, hey Donna, hey Susie. Karen said, finding getting back into routine after being out of town for a week. Hope your open house went well.
It did go well, yeah. And I don't think we're back into the routine yet from recovering from last week.
No. We're
still
off our game, son.
Off our game, absolutely off our game. That would be us.
But it happens. I'm going to move my face over here. There we go. Out of the way. All right, so you want to tell them what you're doing today?
I have this piece of decoupage paper, and Rodney's built this tray. We've been sitting on it for a hot minute, and so we're just gonna decoupage and stencil it up and see if we can get back into the routine of crafting stuff.
Yep.
Right back into it, because it's been a hot minute since I've done it. It's been a hot minute since I've painted furniture, so
yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a week. It's a long week though. It feels like when you don't do it, it feels like a long time.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, so it feels like it's been a very long time for us.
Plus, we really had to bust it today at the store because I was installing some new grid wall.
Yeah.
But that's a secret. So y'all will see it when it's ready.
It's coming.
Yep, it's coming.
It's exciting. Let me get situated here.
All right, let's see.
Let me grab my...
Hey, Sharon, how are you doing today? Kathy, hello.
Hi, guys.
You sound tired. Need some Copico.
Yeah. So, okay, so like you, let's see.
I'll put them overhead.
Yeah.
There, you're good.
Okay, so this is our tray that Rodney's built. He's built these before for me. They sell really good in the store. And then after it's all said and done, we like to take, he's got that bigger twine. And we like to take it and make the handles so it has like a twine handle.
Yeah, it's a hemp rope, half inch.
So it's that's the last thing that we'll do. But you can see this has a thin coat of Dixie Belle's buttercream on it.
Yeah, it's almost like a whitewash.
Yeah, it is almost like a whitewash. So that's okay with me. And then a while back we got this paper from Dixie Belle. It's just their rice paper is called Vintage Postcard. Old Postcard is what it's called.
Yep.
And I absolutely love it. I love all the different things that it has on it. It's got script, post stamp, butterfly, flowers. It's just really pretty. So buttercream, I think, is a good color to go with it. Obviously, we're going to do a little bit of tearing and piecing it on and that kind of stuff. And then I also have my stencil. So I think that it would be fun to maybe stencil a little bit over it. I was looking for my caviar paint that's just black. I could not find it.
Karen said, I love that paper.
Yes.
It's not available online yet because this was part of a sample pack that we got from them.
Right.
We bought from them. And
just to kind of see
if it works out really well, we're going to add it to our stock.
Yeah, we were just kind of seeing what was going on. I like it how it's dark, like it's stained up. I don't know. It's just a really fun piece. I think this would be a fun mixed media piece paper to do with.
I do a lot of stained stuff on our decoupage paper. By the way, decoupage a month paper will be ready for y'all to see on Friday. I'm almost done with it. It's a tiling pattern on all 5 sheets, so that's been a little bit more difficult for me to get done, but I'll have it done on Thursday, and we'll show y'all on Friday during the live.
There you go.
Tracy said that looks vintage. Kathy said beautiful paper.
It is a very beautiful paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this water and this paintbrush, and I'm just going to go down the sides of it because I'm going to give it a softer edge because we're going to play as far as it goes as how we're going to place it onto the tray and just kind of just play around with it.
Karen said yay, talking about the decoupage paper.
Yay.
Decoupage month.
Yeah.
Also, guys, right here, I went and did exactly what y'all told me to and got some cutter bees. We went to Maymay's during open house. We had a free few minutes and ran over there, and I grabbed it. that's when I learned about Missy basically building that entire building
That's right.
from scratch.
From scratch.
And when I heard that, I was like, what? You weren't even gone long enough to do that. But she is the queen of exaggeration.
It was a joke.
She gets it from me.
Yeah. He's just talking about the button wall.
Cutter bees, yes.
On at Maymay's shop. I just so happened to show up at the right time to be able to put some labels on some packaging. It was fun. I texted her too. I was like, because her live today, she said that. I was like, thank you for making sure that your people know that
you built those walls.
That I did that. That was my work.
That you bricked up that whole building. All on your lonesome.
That's me. So I really love this flower. So we might just see how we can work it on in there. Because I think it's really pretty. And I really want to use this postage stamp part. So let's see if we can.
You're there you go.
Let's see if we can tear this
Kathy
piece.
laughed. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I was laughing too. When I heard May talking about it, I was like, that was funny. Yeah, Donna, that's I heard. That's where I heard her at was on today's live, because Missy was sitting on the steps by my office and listening to it.
Yeah.
Because we were taking a little break from what we were doing earlier,
I didn't
installing a bunch of wall.
I didn't get to watch the
Howdy,
whole
Kathy.
live. Hi. I didn't get to watch the whole live, and I missed it. Obviously, I didn't get to watch it while, because we were at the store today, so I don't always get to watch the lives when I'm working.
Kathy Heyer asked, she said there are some very cool buttons on that wall.
There are some very cool buttons. I was looking at them we were putting the stickers on them.
Tracy said, you did a great job at May's.
Thank you.
Finally getting the recognition you deserve for building that building.
Thank you.
Mortar and all.
It was fun. It's always fun to work at somebody else's store like that. At my store, it's not so much. Not so much fun. I'm kind of just tearing different pieces and I'm keeping them big. Mainly because that way I can kind of see where I want to go. I might not use it all and I might use it all, but it's okay.
I didn't even get to see the wall. There's so many people in there.
Yeah.
Saturday?
Friday. We went Friday.
We went Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were. Yeah, because Saturday was just me and you at the store.
Right.
There wasn't no getting out during that.
We had the girls working Friday, so we were able to kind of sneak out and go over there.
Sneak out.
Sneak out.
We sound like we're up to no good. Sneaking out, y'all.
Snuck out of the store to go see May's open house.
Yep.
Mainly the reason why I wanted to go is to see him ring that bell
tambourine.
Thing. Yeah. That was the main reason why I wanted to go.
Get you some tambourine action. I bought some cutter bees.
Hilarious.
What else? Oh, and I got some cupcakes. Some G-Miles cupcakes.
Yeah, we bought some cupcakes. It was good. I really like this piece too because it has just a little bit of green.
They can't see it. That's it. There you go.
Yeah. I like the
this
green
blue
in
line
it.
is like the top.
And then there's this butterfly that I think would be.
So you're doing this piece kind of like mixed media then?
I guess so.
That's what
I guess that's what it's
to me.
telling me to do.
It's talking to you like the furniture. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's telling me to do something.
Oh, I keep putting these in wrong. So there's a right way and a wrong way to put these cutter bees in. And I didn't know that. I keep trying to shove them in this way, but it doesn't work because there's a big rivet right here and it goes on the side with the hole. So I learned that about cutter bees.
Take this, and I'm just going to take the edges off of this too, just in case I decided to use pieces of it.
Kathy said demo time.
Yeah.
Oh, demo time's coming.
No, demo time with the at Meme store.
Oh.
That was the.
Oh, that was the.
Yeah, that was the bell.
Yeah, that's a good reason to ring the bell.
She even got they even put the demo time on it. It was hilarious.
I saw it. I don't know if I ever heard it or not.
Oh, I heard it. It was funny. So I'm just going to leave this one kind of big like it is because I might use some of the script or I might use this flower. I don't know. So we're just going to save it, but I went ahead and tore off my edges so that way it would be nice and already torn. So, okay, so here's what we're thinking. This is what we got to go with. We got all kinds of stuff. So there's butterfly, a flower. I really love this green thing, and I really love this postage looking stamp thing. I think it would be fun. So I got to figure out what I want to do with it, which I could go like that.
Hello, Sandy.
Do it like that, maybe. So I'm just kind of placing them to see how I'm going to want it to go. So say we put that piece there because I really like that. And I really love the rose. So say we go here with it, right? From the top and just go down a little bit to the bottom. Because I like that. So which I can take more of this off if I wanted to.
Oh, did you get your tape, your legs that you were going to go into the bottom?
No, I forgot.
You forgot them?
I do have some feet that I can attach to these.
Yeah, because I put that in the description.
Oh.
The half spheres.
I left them at the store. They're on the counter. It's the only thing I forgot to grab when we left today.
Yeah, we're kind of in a little rush when we got out.
Yeah, they're half spears. They're just little one things. You can get them, and they just will raise it up. So I left them at the store though. I meant to grab them. I really want to add this green because I really like it, and I kind of like it like that. So then I was thinking, like, after I get all that on there, I could take this and kind of stencil it over in different areas and just like fade it in. It's kind of what I was thinking.
Kind of like random.
Yeah, just random.
Sandy, it's going to be a display tray. It's just going to, because she's going to put those feet up under the bottom of them, the ones that she didn't bring today, and the handles on the side are rope handles. I've already got the rope cut,
yeah,
but you can't put the rope on there until after you get it painted, or you'll get paint on the rope.
Yeah, that's like the
really
last thing that you need to do.
But that was a great question.
The handles, yeah. Let's see if I can get this butterfly a little bit. I like the butterfly too, and I think it would be fun to use this, which I guess I could cut it and then make it more.
Where are you putting that butterfly, Tracy said?
That's what I was thinking about. Like I could fussy cut it so that way it's my papers aren't as layered. But one thing that I like to do when I do layer it is kind of just like dark edge it. Is which I could do that with. I could take my lighter and do it. I'm thinking.
Are you going to use this in the background so it's not white anywhere?
That's what I was wondering about. Because I do like both flowers like that.
Yeah, if you're making it like mixed media.
But I'm also wanting
then you can just layer them instead of burning the edges. But if you want to burn the edges, that looks good too.
I was also wanting to stencil. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Sandy, there is a light script background.
That's what I like about it. Yeah, a light script background.
That is a really good eye.
Okay, I'm thinking. So just bear with me for a minute. I'm thinking. Because, like, I want to be able... Maybe I don't want to stencil. Do I want to stencil, like, right there? Like, where the spots are not...
I would kind of lightly stencil just wherever if it was me.
I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this, I would actually need to take some of this off.
And I would just kind of randomly place the tears everywhere, kind of like when y'all built Emily's board in her booth out of that those book pages. How y'all randomly tore it
like that.
Kathy said stencil and fewer images.
Yeah, is that what she's thinking?
Yeah.
Because I like that idea too, actually. Because I was thinking like, originally I was thinking like this, and then maybe just placing this butterflies, which I could do the butterfly last, because I could actually fussy cut that a little bit.
Donna said the butterfly should be on top of the rose.
Oh, that would be pretty.
But you'll need to fussy cut it for sure.
Yeah. The butterfly I really like. But I was kind of thinking like this, and then I was kind of thinking about this, taking the stencil and then just like lightly starting it here and then go a little bit heavier here, right? So that way it looks like that. That's what I was kind of thinking. All right, so what about that placement? And then the stencil would be more like in here, a little bit here, just like feathering the stencil into it a little bit. So I like it like that. Stencil the open spaces, yeah. Oh, butterfly, top of the rose, stencil, and fewer stencils love. So this piece, yes or no? The green piece, yes or no, is what I think. Is what I guess that's where I'm having a hard time deciding. So if I leave it like that and just pull this down a little bit and then take the stencil, or leave the green piece and kind of layer it on there just like that a little bit. And then stencil through here. Take my stencil and start fading it in and go through here.
Tracy said take the stamp off. Donna says stencil open spaces. Karen says she loves it. Tracy says she likes it. Kathy said no.
No to taking this off?
Yeah. And Karen said I like the green piece.
I do too. I really like the green piece.
Rebecca said, hello, Clanton friends. I heard on the message radio today that Rhett Walker is going to be in Clanton for the Peach Festival. I thought it was so cool they called out Clanton.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, he is true. Coming to Clanton for that.
Yeah, that's fine. How about...
What is it? Golly.
How about we just start with this? Because now I'm overthinking it. I'm letting my brain overthink it. So how about we just start with this? How about I'm going to use DC Bill's Clear Coat in flat.
Donna, which top piece should she move over?
You better hurry before I do it.
Well, it ain't that one. That's the whole piece.
Yeah, I think that this one's fine. Yeah.
I think she's talking about the stamp.
This. Move it over a little bit like that.
Yeah, that's it. She said the black piece.
Just move it over. So I'm just going to use my clear coat in flat. I'm going to go ahead and get it on here. And we're going to get the piece that we all can agree on is fine. And that's the flower.
Everybody's arguing about where to put it at.
I know.
No, leave it where it was.
It's so hard. I think that's probably the hardest part.
And for me, the hard part is the white space. I don't like any white space.
All right. So we're just going to put this right here. All right.
Always the difficult part.
Always, always. We're just going to use our clear coat.
Especially when you're working on something bigger like this. Or furniture pieces, it's always difficult.
Mm-hmm. I think with...
Donna said, the hardest part, deciding.
Yes, that is the hardest part.
Usually she's already got it decided before she started. But she's been messing with it for like 30 minutes before we went live, trying to figure out exactly what she wanted to do. And of course, I'm no help, because I'll just say stuff like, well, I don't know. It looks good like that.
Looks good to me.
What if you turned the whole piece and made it one giant piece?
I was like, no, not that.
What if you rip pieces in and then layer them over the top of each other and give it a real mixed media look that give it that whole vibe? Yeah, that looks good. That's a really pretty flower.
It is gorgeous.
Especially now that it's gotten a little bit of clear coat on it, wetting it up. So Karen asked, why are you using clear coat today instead of Mod Podge? That's a great question. I was wondering the same thing.
Number one, my clear coat was right in front of me. Number two, DC Bell's rice paper is a little bit thicker. And because I knew I was going to tear and put different pieces, I didn't want the sheen to be different from the Mod Podge and the Mod Podge and the I didn't want the sheen to stand out. So I went with the clear coat and flat just because I know that it will all be flat when it's all said and done. No matter what I do, whether I stencil over it, decoupage over it, whatever. If I bust out a stamp and go over it, at the end of the day, it will all have the same flat sheen. So that's why I went with.
So Rebecca asked, has Missy ever done decoupage on a dark background? I saw in a video where they used clear varnish on silicone, peeled it off, and then painted the back of the image white before putting it on the black wood.
Yes, whenever I'm putting an image on top of a piece of dark wood or dark furniture or anything like that, I do paint the back of my decoupage paper. Yeah. The way I do it is I would flip this paper over and I would put a thin layer of Mod Podge on it, let that dry, and then go through and put a thin layer of DC Bell chalk paint, and whichever one, white, cotton, or fluff, or even drop cloth. And all that is it just keeps it brighter. It makes your paper stiffer, but it works.
But it also keeps your white paint from bleeding through your paper.
But yeah, the reason why, you're sealing at the back of the paper so that the white doesn't absorb through it.
Karen said that's the best answer. Sounds like me talking about it was right in front of you.
Okay, so you see how it looks on there. So that kind of helps with, figuring out how I want to do these pieces. I really do love the green, and I definitely want to keep it. I do love the postage too. So I could kind of go like that and make it look like it's just laying there.
I don't know. I liked it in the top left corner.
You liked it like this. How did I have it? I think I had it like that.
Rebecca said that's awesome. I would love to see how you do that with the painting the back of the decoupage.
Okay, I can work on that. I can do something like that again. Maybe just like that.
Yeah, I like that. I like the layered look like that. I think it makes it look better. So then you could use some dark wax and grab the edges.
Do I want to do it like that, where this is laying on top of it?
I think either one of those would be fine.
I think I'm going to go with this on top. So what I'm going to do is put this on here, and then I'm going to save myself a little bit. And I'm just going to make that crease and then tear it off, and then when it's all said and done, we'll just sand the edges to make sure that all of that's off.
What was it you painted the back of the decoupage on? Wasn't it on those you did it on windows, I know that. What else? When you decoupage those windows, yeah, you did. When you decoupage the windows, you painted the back of the decoupage paper white.
I did.
And put the decoupage on the
that
back
was like
side of the window.
Reverse, kind of. Reverse, I guess you could say decoupage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the window, the glass is here, and then I put this side facing that. Yeah.
I was trying to remember. I knew that was one of them, and I knew some of those block sitters that we did were some of the others.
It's just to keep your image bright. Whenever, if you ever see it where it's just not really bright, it's just because it either doesn't have a white underbase or a white background if it's,
And sometimes painting the backside, like Rebecca was talking about, makes it easier. It makes it more flexible for you to be able to keep your image vibrant on a dark background. No, you did it with the bunnies on the canvas too. Almost forgot about that. I knew you had done it.
And I'm gonna do it like that, and then I'll take my stencil through here, a little bit through here. I'm just lightly stenciling. I'm just gonna feather it.
What color are you gonna use on the stencil?
I wanted to use caviar, but I have coffee bean, which is really
close.
dark, and it would still look really good.
So if y'all never seen coffee bean before, it's a really dark brown color, almost black. Yeah. It's a really good color, especially for furniture pieces. Larger pieces of furniture look really good that way.
So I'm just kind of tearing off my edges. And what I would like to kind of do, because I'm going to put this one up top.
Rebecca, these papers aren't for sale yet, but we were waiting to see how they turned out today to make sure colors didn't run or anything. And so far, it's looking like it's going to be pretty good. So they will probably have them up before the end of this week, but I do have to reorder them.
We have to reorder them.
Because I only bought a sample pack that they had.
So I'm just burning my edges. So that way it has, so it's not frayed. So if I'm layering it on top. But I like this look, especially with it being on, like, looking like a postage stamp. It'll,
and be careful if you try this at home.
Yeah, if you try this at home, be careful.
Because paper is flammable.
Yeah.
And decoupage paper, rice paper, smells bad. She's probably going to set the alarm off.
Hopefully not.
She said, thank you. They look gorgeous. They are. And they have several papers that we're really liking. As long as, like I said, as long as the colors don't run when she does the clear coat or the Mod Podge, then we'll most definitely add those to the thing. And these are new papers, so it's not something that they're discontinuing like they did a whole bunch of their old papers. So that's always one of my things. Is it going to be available or is it going to get discontinued? Because it's going to get discontinued. I don't want to have it out there and then be all of a sudden, oh, I can't get it.
Can't get it.
Because that is a terrible feeling.
See, I like how it looks burnt. Actually, I had it like this.
It smells burnt too.
Well, it smells burnt.
Like you're cooking. You did good cooking last night. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just in case y'all don't know, I cook most of the time.
Yeah, Rodney does cook.
It wasn't always that way.
I like how it looks like that on top.
Yeah.
Maybe I want that.
I like it too.
I do like the white flower too.
Inking the edges is probably going to be easier.
Yes, that would have been an easier one.
Get a distress pad from May.
Mm-hmm. I do like the flower too.
Plus you have those stamps that you could use.
Gosh, am I going to procrastinate trying to figure out which one I want to use?
Probably.
Karen
said, my hubby cooks more than I do.
I would prefer not to cook.
Well, you do so much other stuff. I mean, it's the least I can do.
What about like that flower?
You know me, I'd be taking pieces and putting them here and having pieces over here.
Because you got to remember that I'm stenciling. Because I'm going to take...
I'll be stenciling on top of the paper.
Yeah, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go like that. And then do that. Ah, shucks.
We don't want to stencil first.
No, I know. Look how that looked well. Mm-hmm.
Sandy said, my hubby is a cook in our house too. He made etouffee today.
Ooh.
I don't get all fancy like that. I make some steak ramen.
Yeah.
What else? Pork ramen.
Maybe I don't
Missy
need to
loves
use
ramen.
The postage stamp.
Tracy said try putting the stamp down first and then put that overlay on that.
Like that. Or the green one. Oh, shucks.
No, if you do that, then you're going to want to trim some of that off so it'll meld right.
Oh, I'm about to get a headache. This is the worst. I am the worst tonight. What's the worst that can happen? It just won't turn out right?
Yeah, that's literally the worst thing that could happen.
Is that the worst thing that could happen?
And then you sand it off and do it again. I mean, I can make another one of these. It's no big deal. Yeah, I enjoy cooking. It's to me it's easy.
I think maybe I think I'm gonna have to use this one. I think I'm gonna use this bigger one because that one goes like that. So if it'll go like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna take this flower and go like that.
Let me see. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, let's just put it on there and see what happens. And then I'll just do better next time.
Sharon said take the stamp off and look at it with a flower and the green piece. Since you're stuck on the green piece.
I'm stuck on the green piece, but I'm not. I mean, I love it. That would be an easy piece to add to like a book or something like that. So I'm not upset about it.
We could add it to some of that white space, and then use your stencil to kind of blend it all in or make it all connect somehow.
So I'm gonna do it like.
Yeah, like here, Rebecca's right. Like May says, it's just paper.
It's just paper, but it's stressing me out tonight. It is stressing me out tonight.
What's the worst that could happen, she said.
What's the worst that could happen?
Again, I mean, it sands off pretty easy with some 80 grit sandpaper. Rip it right off. And then we'll just 220 it after that. And start all over. I really like the idea of piecemealing it all together, though, honestly.
I think I'm going to go like that.
Tracy said you're doing great.
Thank you.
Is that a little too low on that flower, though?
It's on there now. I mean...
Can you turn your stamp a little bit this way and it not cover the flower petal?
I'm not really... like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, it's on there.
It's stuck now.
It's stuck on there now.
Donna said her husband was a long-time bachelor before they got married, so he already knew how to cook, do laundry, etc.
Wow.
So I figured, why try to change him?
Why? Why try to change him? You are correct.
Hey, Judy, how are you doing today?
No sense in changing something that's already there. Look at that.
I can do the laundry, too. I add bleach to everything. And nobody likes that when I do that, because some people's clothes turn out. Including mine.
Yeah. I'm not good with bleach.
But I'm a bleach fanatic. You gotta use the bleach.
I'm going to see if I can just slightly tear this.
Well, you don't want to use too much bleach. You know, like a quarter cup. Fill the thing up with water. Pour it in there.
I don't like the smell of bleach. It makes me sick. And then we'll just sand that.
Judy said it's hot where she's at.
Hot?
Yep.
Ooh. Well, it wasn't that bad today.
No, it was nice and cool here.
Yeah. But it did warm up. The air conditioners in the store were running.
At 78, which was really good.
Yeah. So, it wasn't that
Susie
bad.
said, I love it when we learn along with the teacher. Yeah, me too.
This is the worst teacher. Oh. It's just because I
just throw this piece on there somewhere.
What if you don't quit making me?
Yeah, right. There you go. Piecemeal it.
No, I don't want to piecemeal it because I want to take this.
What would the art instructor say? What would Chris Cruz say?
Well, I want to take this right here, this stencil.
She would say, Missy.
And I just kind of want to fade it in.
So she said, no, talking about me throwing that on there.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to make sure. I should have grabbed my painter's tape so I can tape off anything that I didn't do. So let me grab my painter's tape because it's right here. I do know where that is at.
Do you? You know where your painter's tape's at?
I do know where my painter's tape is at.
Susie said, no, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Man, I just throw paper everywhere. It don't matter to me. Somehow it always turns out okay. But I don't do all these videos that Missy does. All I do is how do you clean a paintbrush, or how we use white lightning.
Where is, I thought my painter's tape was right here.
No.
Is this Scotch tape?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Is it masking tape or is that duct tape?
I think it's masking tape.
So she doesn't know where painter's
Don't
tape
know where
is.
my painter's tape is.
Called
I had it the other day. I literally had it the other day because I used it. Let's see if we can do this.
I got my Rebecca said she got her very first set of IOD stamps and papers over the weekend. They're gorgeous.
Ooh.
She can't wait to rustique it up.
Ooh. I wish you would, yeah. So I'm just using the tape to kind of cover up the stencil where I don't want it to stencil. Like I don't want it to go over my decoupage paper.
You wish we were what? I would what?
Oh, well, I don't want to say.
Okay, she wants me to spill the secret. Okay, so here it is. All right, so the reason why we're putting the grid wall in is because we are officially, finally, redesigned by Prima retailers.
Yeah.
So the order will be in on Thursday, which is why we were going to show off on Friday. But so we're going to really be getting them because we really love their decoupage paper.
Yeah.
And we love a lot of their stencils because they have these rolls of stencils that you just roll it out. And
they also have the big furniture stamps.
Yeah.
Like the IOD.
Big stamps.
Yeah, they also have those. So I'm really excited about those. The decoupage papers.
Golly, antiquing wax.
There's so many.
Mica powder, clear casts, resin casting.
Yeah, the
kind that you can use inside without having to wear a respirator.
Yeah, with the clay and all that kind of stuff. So
that's what we're most excited about is all the silicone molds. Because when I sat down and started making some, I was like, "There's no way we could actually do this and come out and." Because it would be impossible for me to make a bunch of. Yes, I bought 3 of every mold. So that's to
get it going. Yeah.
So we're gonna have every one that was available.
So.
Because we love their molds.
Yeah, I love the clay molds.
And it is way easier than me trying to make my own.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes the clay molds just work. Okay, so.
And we're going to have, instead of the air dry clay, they have this other kind.
Well, it's like the air dry clay. It's just the.
It doesn't crack.
It's the Prima's air dry clay.
Yeah, and it's a non-cracking formula where we use. Mm-hmm. I forgot what we use all the time. But
I use that. What's it like? DAS dot that.
Yeah, DAS.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that air dry clay. It's not a big deal.
And what else? Watercolor, water transfers. It's called a H2O transfer.
Water transfer. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
What else?
It's actually.
It's a whole bunch of stuff.
It's a whole bunch of stuff. Honestly, a whole bunch of stuff.
This has been something that we've been working on for a while, trying to get.
That's probably why our brain isn't working right now.
Yeah, because
that's why my brain's not working right now, so because it's hours and hours of staring
and here's
at the
the craziest thing. They shipped it the day after I placed my order.
Yeah.
Not even 24 hours later. I'm talking about, I finalized the order at 5 p.m. They shipped it the following morning at like 7 o'clock, California time, West Coast time. So
I'm going to use, what zebra brush is this?
That is the round.
The zebra round brush, that's right. Because it's stiffer, which I have stenciling brushes coming too, because that was part of the order. So I'm just trying to load my brush up and then see how much I can unload it to try to get a feel for how much paint I'm putting down. Okay, so I have it taped off where I don't want it to go. Let me make sure that I'm straight.
You are now.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to hold my stencil down and I'm just going to maybe load it up a little bit more. And stencil, I just want it to be, I don't want it to be harsh. I really want it to be softer. So there's all kinds of stuff that's coming, like they have the chalk paste that's really fun with stenciling with and stuff like that. Just so many products, which I don't really use them, especially on camera, because simply I don't have them available to share with anybody. So I'm excited to be able to.
Sandy said, fingers crossed.
Yeah. No joke. I'm excited to be able to have them to use and do stuff. And then maybe I won't sometimes struggle as bad as trying to figure out.
Plus, we really like adding embellishments to what we do.
Especially like my block sitters and stuff like that. It's just so much fun to...
Rebecca, that's a Zebra brand brush.
Yeah.
Z-I-B-R-A. I believe I have the round online. I don't have all their brushes online yet. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff I don't get done, and when it comes time for me to get it done, I either overlook it totally and do something totally different, or I totally mess up.
Is it in stock in the store though?
It's online, yeah.
It is online. Okay. Good.
No, we don't have any on the shelf. I only have the ones I have reserved online.
Oh, okay.
And they're stored in the back. Zebra makes a very high quality brush. Their price is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
For example, the round brush is $10.95. It's perfect for doing spindles. I think that's what we originally started using a round brush for, wasn't it? Was spindles.
I like it for spindles. I like it for this. I like a lot of things.
The fan brush is good for spindles too.
Yeah, I like the fan
brush.
Hi,
Tamitha.
Hi.
I just posted a link in the chat for that. Rebecca just shared an amazing story with us on Facebook just now. If she doesn't mind me sharing it, I'll say it. But yeah.
Stenciling.
I can't wait.
It's so much fun.
Okay, she said I can.
Okay.
She celebrated her mom's 88th birthday over the weekend, creating scent bags from those those kits. Turned out fantastic. Now her sister wants her to do a class with her church and work folks.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's very awesome. I have somebody that I need to message back about the scent bags too.
Yeah, because we just got a bunch of them in.
And she was wanting to order some, and I needed to check to see what I had.
I don't.
That is so
I
awesome.
can't remember who it was.
That is so awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun project too.
Yeah.
You even made some and sold them in the store.
Yeah, I do. Let's see if I can.
I forgot who it was that messaged us though.
All right, I hope this isn't a.
Kathy says she wants some scent bag kits.
All right, well, we just got that stuff in stock.
Yeah, we just got them. Was it this morning when the post office? Yeah, it was this morning when the post office dropped them off. Yeah.
So we just need to get.
They made smaller ones for cars. They were so cute, 3 inch by 4 inch. Missy put some in our bathroom and some in the kids' bathroom. One in Emily's bedroom. Kaylee's got one in her room.
I just put them everywhere.
We did some grapefruit scented ones with grapefruit essential oil or grapefruit oil. I guess it was an essential oil or was it just grapefruit oil. I don't know the difference. It could have been scent for all I know. But that's a great idea. I wonder if you can put activated charcoal in them. I wonder how you make activated charcoal. I know what I'm going to Google when we're done.
Yeah. Let's hope I don't got any bleed through. Let's hope I like this color.
Yeah, I hope you like the color too.
Oh, it's so dark. Oh, I actually do like that color.
That does look nice.
I actually do like that.
Good job. Now where else are you going to stencil?
I was thinking about, I wish I could go
right there in that corner. You made him want to cut some. Sandy said, wow.
Doesn't that make us see all that struggling I did with this decoupage
Rebecca
paper?
said, gorgeous.
I don't know why I do that to myself sometimes. I really am sorry about that.
Yeah.
How hard I struggled with the decoupage paper.
How long did you sit there and make us all wait?
Almost
10
the
minutes?
whole entire live. I'm really sorry, guys. I should have just known.
I mean, you even sounded dejected and beat down at one point.
I was like, I don't know.
Susie said, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Karen said, that's so cool. Great job. So pretty.
I don't know. I'm just going to take this over just a little bit.
And then kind of try to fold it into the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'd probably try to use some.
Sandy
said, yes, upper left for sure.
Yes, yes.
I think so too. She said for sure. I'm the one that said sure. Like a doofus. Tam gave you 6 yellow hearts.
Dang, thanks, Tam. So here's, I'm trying to, this is where it's going to be harder, but don't worry, guys, because I do have some stencils that are going to be a lot easier to bend and fold soon.
Yeah, like it's a roll. It's like a 15-foot roll or something. It's going to be so awesome.
Okay, so I like this.
She was actually super excited. She came home and said, guess who called me? I said, who? She said, Prima. I said, what? What did they say? She said, they denied us. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And she said, no, I'm just kidding. She said, you can get on there and log in and order now. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I'm being careful with my paper because it's a slight bit damp, but I don't want to wait since I made y'all wait so long to watch me do this. So it looks like I need to tape here and then here. So it's going to be hard to...
You can do it.
Oh, yeah, it's just going to be hard. I just want to tape. Let me make sure I was doing that right. Yeah, so it looks like I need to put some tape. Oh. Ooh. Painter's tape is much more friendly when it comes to this, but tonight we are working with what we have. And I think that that'll be all right.
I like the damask. I like damask patterns
Let me,
in general. Uh-oh.
did I rip it?
Nah, it's Mylar, you know.
Let me
You'd be
peel
hard
this
pressed
off.
to rip that. This decoupage paper we're using is called what?
Old postcard.
Old postcard by Dixie Belle Paint Company. It's not. I don't have it online yet, but as it looks like I will, because the colors did not bleed. It's always the test I want done. Right. Do the colors bleed?
And then we'll just do this side. This needs to go over just a little bit.
Do you need the cutter bees?
I really don't want to use it on this horrible masking tape.
They're like sharp as all get out. I think I'd cut my finger just by looking at it. Speaking of which, I could use it to get that splinter out of my thumb.
What I'm wanting to do is just make sure that I don't get paint where I don't want it to.
Golly, these are sharp.
But if I do, you know what? It's okay. Because it looks like I'm just going to go like this right here.
But yeah,
honestly,
I'll probably upload them.
Order some.
Donna said, "No, don't use the cutter bees for that."
Yeah.
I just used them to get a splinter out of my finger, so that was awesome.
Okay, let's see. I might not be good on camera, but it's okay. I need to.
They can see it.
Oh, not move. Good thing I ain't all the way in.
This is where you need to borrow one of my clamps at. Don't use the cutter bees. But yeah, if everybody likes this paper, I'll add it. I think Missy likes it.
I like it.
I'll add it. I need to add a couple. Actually, I got to add over 200 items before Thursday.
If it's possible. Oh, this is so hard.
It'll be possible.
I might have to be off camera for just a minute. It's just at a weird angle.
Actually, you're even better on camera than you've been the whole night.
I'm just at a weird angle trying to stencil this.
Yep, better not do that. Because I got to add those Prima stuff. I got to add the...
That might be it. Oh, it didn't do it like I wanted it to. Let me see if I can... Let me just take this tape off. It's covering too much. Here's the thing about paint and stencil is if I get paint where I don't want it to go, guess what? Just go over it and paint it again because it's just chalk paint as long as I'm doing it like that.
Was that a alarm battery?
No, it's a door opener.
Okay, thank goodness. That would have drove me nuts.
All right. See if I can do this without going nuts.
Karen said she used the collard green paint on a project. It's a gorgeous color.
Oh, I love that color.
Collard greens and kudzu.
I love it.
And what your new one? English ivy.
English ivy, yeah.
And then there's the new silk colors that she likes too.
Yeah, I do like those.
Smoky Mountain.
Let's see what I can do here. I'm just gonna not stress it because I can always go back over and paint it. This is so hard.
Yeah, those stencils are kind of... Rebecca says she used Japanese cherry blossom scent with dried lavender. It was amazing.
I bet that does smell good.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The cool thing about lavender is you can get it in bags and bags. Like, it's pretty awesome.
So I'm not really too much worried about this right here.
Tracy said, "Have you thought about letting the stencil go up over the handle too?"
There is that too. That might have been easier than trying to get that stencil right there.
Yeah, because then you could just fold it down in while it's on top too.
Look how all that almost lines up. Yeah. I like that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
More testing. More testing.
Now it's over the handle.
Cherry blossom scent is a good scent.
Yeah, that is a good scent actually.
What's that? Kaylee's been wearing some kind of perfume that smells like a Cabbage Patch Kid.
She does. She smells so good every time she comes in here.
I'm like, dang, kid, you smell like a Cabbage Patch Kid. And everybody likes the way Cabbage Patch Kids smell. Because I was thinking about that cherry blossom spray that lady brought by the other day. This brush is good for stenciling because the
stiff.
It's so stiff on the end, so it's good for that up and down sewing machine motion for doing your stenciling.
Yeah, this is kind of.
We have some stencil adhesive, low tack adhesive spray, but you know, we hardly ever use it. But if you have it, use it because it works.
And most of the time, if I can tape my stencil down, I'll tape it down. All right, let's see what happens. I'm just amazed.
See, I'm a little ADHD, so I would cut the stencil.
Yes, I have cut stencils before. The only bad part about it is like this one is hard to. It was hard to cut in piece. That's my only struggle with it.
Sandy said that is nice going over the handle with it.
You
could cut it. But the way the stencil's designed, it would probably fall apart.
I mean, I have
unless you just used one of those flourishes from the Damask design.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clean the back of my stencil up so that way I don't
accidentally get paint somewhere.
Get like bleed through.
Rebecca said, "Good call, Tracy," and I agree. It does look good.
Yeah.
Taking the stencil over.
Yep. I'm liking it too.
I wish we would have that one, the stencil that has the edge pattern, the miniature damask that goes over it, but I can't remember which stencil that is. It's on the bottom. It's meant for you to cut it off, but it's not perforated or perforated. However you say it. Perfect. Perforated.
Let's go right there.
So I got up this morning at like 4 o'clock, and apparently I ruined Missy's day. I threw her whole day off.
Threw my whole day off.
Because I got up earlier than her. I fixed breakfast, which she didn't want because she can't eat that early in the morning. Usually I can't either because I usually don't get up that daggone early. So
that's my whole day up.
I missed her whole day up.
Why are you up?
I was like, I slept 7 hours. I'm good.
What are you doing? Now my morning is thrown off because usually morning times is like my time. Like I get up, I'm the only one up. I get up, I take the dogs outside, I drink my coffee. That's usually when I do my Bible studies and all that kind of stuff, and it's just really quiet and I can appreciate it. And then I get the kids up, and then of course, you know, once you're doing that, your whole day is just like, whew, you're ready to go. So that first hour in the mornings is very treasured for me. I do appreciate that hour.
And I had no clue it was going to be that impactful. I was just getting up. Sandy said, "Dang it, Rodney."
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is I was super quiet too. I was just over on my computer working on the images, trying to finalize everything.
I feel like that one went quicker than the first one.
And I stood up, and she looked at me, and she said, "I'm done.
I'm done. I can't
handle it."
I'm like, my whole morning is off.
I just stood up.
My whole morning is off. I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't say it. I'm done. Like meanly.
I know. It's playful.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, this day.
Yeah, this day's bananas.
This day's bananas.
Yes. Sandy says, "Super awesome. That looks great."
I think it does. I like how it's on there.
Karen's laughing. Yeah, it was the craziest thing. I stood up, and she said, "I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done. I'm going outside." So she went outside and talked to Aunt Lynn.
Went outside. Drank my coffee outside. I had to wash my hands. I didn't want to get the brown paint on from my hands onto my board. So I think right here I need to touch it up with some white, but I need to use a white brush. And then I do think that once all this is dry, I could like take a sanding sponge and go over it just a little bit.
And distress it
just to distress it a little bit, yeah. And then I might even dry brush the edges of the tray just to give it a little bit of shadowing right there. And then we'll put in the handles. And I might not even add the feet to it because I think it's cute like it is.
I think the feet make it a riser, though, a stylish riser, a chic riser.
You're right.
As you would say. Would you lay the butterfly on the rose? You still hadn't done that yet.
I didn't do the butterfly.
Oh, snap. Tracy got you. Tracy got you. Here's them cutter bees. Now she gets to use them cutter bees, y'all.
So, yeah, this one is pretty dry. I know that these were, I was trying to be really careful with my laying my stencil on top of my paper to make sure it wouldn't rip or nothing.
The handles are jute twine, not jute twine, jute rope. So it's a really dark jute. It's not like what you get at Walmart. I think you guys have seen me use it before, though, on something.
I know we use it a lot.
Because I think I showed them.
Oh, I did.
I think I showed them how to whip the edge, how to whip the rope. No, that wasn't for that. I showed how to whip the rope for the in-person class at Craft Acropolis last year.
Acropolis, yeah. They're in my firecrackers that I've made. They're in all the trays that we make like this. It's a really thick rope.
Yeah, it's well, the 1 inch is what we use for the firecrackers. By the way, if you ever get that stuff, leave it. If you ever get a roll of it, leave it outside. Let it air dry, because that stuff stinks to high heaven. All right.
Scissors.
Rebecca said, "Will you clear coat again when you're finished?"
Yes, that way I can seal up all of my chalk paint. So that's one reason why I went with the flat tonight, is that way everything, because otherwise you would have needed, to not have that sheen from here to here, you would have had to coat the whole entire thing in Mod Podge.
Barb said, "Oh, I will have to watch the replay. Missy, nice job on that button wall display at May May's shop."
Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait.
Sandy said, "I think I would need black handles." Which you can dye the twine.
Black handles would look good. But you could really use anything.
She's just been wanting to use this tray that I've made months ago.
Yeah.
And finally getting around to it. Because I just make stuff. She'll say, "Hey, I want you. She'll show me something and say, 'Do you think you can make this?' And I'll be like, 'Yeah,
challenge accepted.
I can make that.' And then I'll make it. After a couple weeks goes by, finally I'll make it, and then
goodness gracious at these scissors! These things are amazing.
Well, they told you you would.
He has antennas, but I guess I'm going to have to cut off his antennas because of the...
He's got what? Antennas.
Antennas. Because that line is so faint, and then all of a sudden it's dark.
Clack said if Rodney had a CNC, he could make so much more stuff.
Oh, if Rodney had a CNC. Is that what Clack said?
That is what he said. The Clack.
Is that what Clack said? I have to take it off. I'm not a professional fussy cutter like Shannon.
Professional. You could draw them back in, Rebecca said. Yeah, she's right. You could draw them back in. It would be really simple, too.
It would be. You're right.
Yep.
Look at there.
Only if I had a CNC or a CNC laser.
Ooh.
CO2, like Clack recommended to me. So I could cut some stencils, make my own.
Should I go like that? So that way this rose doesn't kind of bleed through. So that way it looks like he's going to land onto the flower. I like that.
Barb said, I knew you would love those scissors.
Yeah, you called it. Those are some good scissors.
Yeah. See, Clack's right. I could have my own line of stencils.
You could. Let's see. Let's just
Mylar stencils. I have some cool designs for stencils.
Add a little clear coat here.
And that's a link to the Clack Shack, y'all. If y'all don't already know, he does some really cool stuff. But I bet y'all all do know because he makes those stamp boxes.
Look at that butterfly.
With the rubber bands. What are they called? The stamp box? You got one.
The Ink Bandit.
Ink Bandit. That's right. He makes the Ink Bandit.
All right. So what needs to happen next is everything needs to dry. And then I want to get a sandpaper. And I kind of want a sanding sponge and just go over a little bit over my stencil. So that way it's lightly distressed. But I want my stencils to be, my stuff to be all the way dry first. I want my paper to feel... fully dry up and cure, go around my edges and sand those smooth and make sure that any of my excess paper is sanded off. Then I want to, what I think I want to do is possibly find my chip brush and then kind of just dry brush around the edges and kind of box everything in. And then put my handles on there.
Rebecca said, who needs Primo when you have Rodney? That's what I was originally thinking until I realized that the turnaround on my homemade, on my custom made molds was
Primo.
way longer than what I had anticipated. Yeah. It takes 24 hours for silicone to cure. And so she was like, you'll never be able to do it. And she's right. I would never be able to do that. In any kind of production manner.
I need Prima.
But I think stencils would be something reasonable that you could kick out pretty quick.
We need Prima for sure.
Clack said, draw them up and bring them over. Once Missy sees them, you'll be given the go-ahead.
Oh, is that how that'll work? That's how that'll work? Yeah.
Rebecca loved Clack's camera glasses.
Yeah, they're really cool.
The Ray-Bans.
Yeah. Oh, I might have made a mess over here on the paint.
Sandy said, you rock, Missy.
Again, guys, I really do apologize for how long it took me to come up with this and to commit to putting paper down or whatever.
That was the problem, committing to it.
I couldn't commit to it. I do struggle with that, but you know, it just happens. It's part of the process. It's because your brain says once you put it down and glue it down, then you can't, it's not as easy to peel back up and reuse that paper again. So
you know what we could do with
this was the only one I had because like it came in the package deal.
We could take some coffee bean and water it down and put the jute twine in it to make it match.
Oh yes, and then that would match closer to this. That's really smart.
Stain it.
Like stain it with the paint. Yeah, that's really smart.
Clack's reminding everybody to click that thumbs up, please.
Thumbs up. Thank you guys.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
But yeah, we can stain that.
Then it would tie in
with the coffee bean chalk paint,
and it would be closer to it, yeah.
And just let it dry for a little bit, and then put it in.
So the important thing to do is when you're at this step of everything is to walk away and let your decoupage paper dry all the way. That's key there. That's key, making sure that it's all the way dry, because if I started to sand or anything like that right now, I would easily be able to come up because whether Mod Podge or clear coat, either one, you got to let it dry all the way because it is just paper.
Rebecca, we'll post a picture right here on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll be able to post a picture when I get it done. Because dyeing the handles with the chalk paint is not going to be hard at all.
Yeah. Actually, I can even do a little short on how we go about dyeing stuff
like
with chalk
water
paint.
down paint or whatever. But I think I do want to just dry brush around the edges and stuff and do all. That's all I got.
Give it a chippy look.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. We appreciate y'all watching.
Thank y'all for hopping back on with us. And
thank you for
being patient.
Being patient as we ran through the design process on this one.
Yeah, y'all are awesome, and I appreciate y'all also very much. Thank y'all for watching us, and we'll be back Friday.
11 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great night. Be blessed.
Good night. Bye.
And stay safe. Bye, y'all.